Okay, everybody, I want to introduce you to a new segment of the show, and it's Spotlight on the Savvy Professional. And we have today Chioma, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her business and why she started it. And she's also going to be one of our special vendors at the upcoming event, the Cleveland Happenings Network Notion event coming up on November 18th that I know everybody is going to attend here in Cleveland. So let me go ahead and introduce Chioma, and she's going to tell you all about what she does and who she is. Hi, Chioma.
Hi. How are you?
I am doing great. Welcome to the Miss Savvy Pro Show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad you were able to be on, and that you're going to be one of the vendors at our event on November 18th. So tell me a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
Yes. So for everyone who doesn't know, like you said, my name is Chioma. I have a business named Chimu. Chimu is an African fashion platform that partners up with local African fashion brands from Africa to help them sell their wares here in America. And the reason why I do that is I want to provide the people in Africa more income because I buy the clothes from them. And I also want them to have more exposure because whatever they sell, I make sure that they put their name on it. And the reason for this business idea was when I was growing up, African fashion wasn't readily available. How I would get it was back in the day, my mom would physically take my body measurements, and then she would call my cousin who was in Nigeria. And this was like back in the day where, we didn't have WhatsApp. So she would buy the calling cards, and then she would use her quarter and scratch the calling card in order to call the number. So usually this process took about 6 months. And as a growing child, what fits you now won't fit you in 6 months. So when the clothes finally got to me, they didn't even fit. So we would have to find another tailor. And it was just really a terrible experience because I would have to do that all the time. So that's the reason why I had the idea of Chimu, because I want more people, especially in America, to have easy access to African clothing, and they don't have to go through all the laborious steps that I did.
That is a great idea. I didn't know that the process was so time-consuming and so tedious that, like you said, that as a child and you're growing, by the time you get it, it's no longer you got to pass it down, which I think would go good for people who had little sisters because they got brand new clothes, little sisters or brothers, they got brand new clothes, but you never got what you intended to get.
Yeah, and it was just like I had no say in like the color or the style, and the seamstress in Nigeria, she has never met me before, so I just had to trust that whatever she made will look good on me.
Yeah. Wow. So now, when you've done other events or you've been selling the attire, what are some of the feedback that you get from some of your clients? Are they I know they're super happy that they don't have to go through that process anymore.
Mhm. So for a lot of my clients, especially in Cleveland, they're really excited to see African fashion because it's not as big in Cleveland. It's pretty big in New York, but in Cleveland there's not a lot of African fashion places out there. So they're very excited to see that there's someone in Cleveland who provides African fashion. And the feedback that I've gotten is like a lot of designs look really cool. Some of my products will be a piece of kente on a T-shirt, or or it will be some dashikis or some really cool head wraps, and people love the colors and the vibrancy.
Yeah, I will say every time I've seen any type of attire, African attire, it is very colorful, very, like you said, vibrant. It just brings out the life in the person. And now that they're able to actually pick what they want from from what you have, it allows them to actually express their own personality through what they're wearing instead of just getting, the few pieces that they can get at, from certain places, because now you give it to them locally, locally, and they can actually just pick it straight from you. That's amazing, and that's great that you brought that, especially here to Cleveland.
Thank you. I really love Cleveland. I Clevelanders are very willing to help people, or that's my experience, and I'm not being biased because I'm not from Cleveland. so I've seen the Cleveland spirit, especially with the Cavs and with the Indians. When I originally came to Cleveland, the Cavs were people were let's not even talk about any of the sports team. But now everyone is for the Cavs, everyone's for the Indians. We all have this Cleveland spirit, and Cleveland's going through this renaissance period, I believe, and I feel I want the rest of the world to know that.
Well, I thank you so much for bringing us to Cleveland and saying those kind words about our city, because we love Cleveland. We have that Cleveland hustle, and we are going to be the people that are going to put Cleveland on the map as well. We're going to make history. And so tell us where we can find your African attire and where we can find you, and what's next coming up for you.
Yes, so right now Chimu is – so I'm working with 4 African fashion brands, and my product line of jackets is coming next month. So I will post about new arrivals on my Instagram page, which is Chimu_fashion, so Chimu, CHIMU _fashion, and I post a lot of pictures and behind the scenes of the process. So if people are interested to see what clothing is coming, they can look through my Instagram page, because I do take orders from the DMs in Instagram. People have ordered from me through the DMs. I also have a website called chimu.bigcartel.com. So people can also go there and they can order some African fashion. Right now I'm actually selling a kente bikini, and I'm taking some pre-orders for my upcoming fashion line. So there's stuff like this high-low dress. There is now I'm forgetting the name, but one of my seamstresses, she was featured in a fashion show back in Nigeria. So she is also selling that, and I'm helping her by selling it on my website. And we have purses, we have head wraps, so you guys can find me there. Of course, at your event, you guys can find me there. November 18th, I'll be there. I'll have my products, and you guys can talk to me face-to-face. And a really cool thing is, for any of you listening, if you are a Case Western student, just because I'm from Case Western, you do get a special discount, because I understand the college student budget. So that's what's next for Chimu. I'm selling online, on Instagram, and in person. And if you're in the Cleveland area and you see me, if you want to buy something from me, I will offer you free shipping if we can meet in a Walmart or a Denny's so we can exchange the product.
All right. Well, Chioma, I thank you so much for coming on to the show, sharing your new product with us, sharing your experience, and sharing why you do it. We're all about purpose and passion on the Miss Savvy Pro Show. And I will see you November 18th. You guys, make sure you check out her website, you check out her links, and most definitely come out November 18th and check her out in person. All right, Chioma, thanks again for being one of our savvy entrepreneurs and our savvy professionals, and you have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too. And bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.